afternoon. Today is truly a great day to be a Paladin. Welcome, and thank you for joining us on this special occasion. As spring weekend draws to a close, it's my great honor to be with you all to officially break ground on the $40 million renovation of Timmons Arena. This is the signature capital project for Clearly Furman, the campaign for our third century. And a project of this magnitude will have a lasting impact on campus life, the city of Greenville, and the upstate community. It's our goal to build a facility that will represent the type of first-class experience that one would expect from Furman. A renovated Timmons Arena will not only honor and celebrate the Paladins' storied past, but will also create a tremendous home court advantage for our teams. Timmons will be a jewel on campus for all of our students, faculty, and staff. And it will continue to be a place for the upstate and Furman communities to gather for basketball, Furman Engaged, graduation, and so much more. This renovation also represents a significant milestone in our plan to use Furman athletics to enhance our national brand. For these and the many more reasons, we are so grateful to all who have contributed to this project. Thanks to our generous donors, Timmons Arena will be the showplace for college basketball in our conference and one of the best arenas in the country. I want to give a big shout out to the Board of Trustees for their support, to Ravenel Curry, who provided the cornerstone gift of $10 million, and the more than 200 contributors who donated to this project. So let's thank that. We asked you for your help to make this a reality, and you emphatically answered our call. Thank you. Now, I'd like to ask Jason Donnelly, Vice President for Intercollegiate Athletics, to come forward and say a few words. Jason?
It is great to see all of you, and while you're here, I think we've got to give a couple shout outs too. How great it is to have our women's basketball team and coaches here. Let's give them a shout out. Thank you for being here. And how great to have our men's team here, guys. Let's give a shout out for the men. And we got some legends in the house too. I mean, it's really cool walking around and seeing all of your faces and being here, but to have a former Furman basketball player, member of the Los Angeles Lakers, drafted by the Lakers, George Singleton's in the house. George, thank you for being here. And one of our most successful basketball alumni, his name hangs in the rafters and will hang in the renovated Timmons as well. Jerry Smith, thank you for being here. And he'll tease me for doing this, but we always have to mention when the great ones are in the house as well. The best athletic director in the history of Furman Athletics is here, and his name will one day hang in the rafters. Let's get it for John Block as well. Thank you, Dr. Block. But it's a beautiful day. It's been a wonderful spring weekend. I want to thank my colleagues for everything they've done here on campus. It's been incredible. So if you're here for Furman Engage, you had a chance to see all of our students in action doing what they do best. And if you've been here through the weekend, just incredible, beautiful Greenville weekend like we want them all the time. But as Elizabeth said, today is a great day to be a Furman Paladin. It was really special for our team yesterday. We had our first chance to have our hard hat tour inside the building. And yes, ground has broken, and we are off and running, and we're very excited about it. One question you might have, the Timmons tree has been moved from the front of the building. This comes up a lot, so just to get it out there, it's been moved up to Cherrydale. So if you're looking for the tree, and I know that's a big part of the history, it's been moved and will remain here on our campus. As Elizabeth shared, this is a significant investment. And it's on the backs of donors who believe in what this impact is for Furman basketball, and as donors that believe that Furman basketball, the impact it has on our university, and what our university is capable of doing on a national level. And this is one of these opportunities, these special moments in time, that we can celebrate the signature capital project, which we're very proud, and I'd like to ask for your applause in this. This is the largest donor-funded project in Furman history, so congratulations to all of our donors for that. And really my role today is I get the honor of thanking all of the people that contributed to this. And there's going to be too many to mention by name, but this has been a community task. This has been something that we talk about this being a signature project of the campaign. This is something that the entire university has worked towards together to make possible. And it starts with a tremendous leader. Without the blessing, approval, and support, and not just as a university, but also individually, Elizabeth and Charles Davis, we would not be here today without our president blessing this and pushing this forward. So thank you, Elizabeth, for your leadership. Very much. And the Furman Board of Trustees, as Elizabeth mentioned, have been monumental to making this happen. This was certainly a priority from day one. The first day that I got here, walked in the building with Aaron Wissing, and this was a priority that the university wanted to take on. So thank you to the Furman Board of Trustees for your unanimous support of this project and also your nearly 100% approval. Participation in this project. It was 100% approval, nearly 100% participation. In terms of who was a part of it, I do want to thank our chair of the board, Kevin Byrne, Alec Taylor, Robert Hill, and Dave Ellison. Their support on the board has really driven us forward, and they've pushed it forward. So I want to give them a big hand for our Board of Trustees. When I talk about thanks in terms of university-wide, I don't think she's here to enjoy this moment, but she has done the labor of the work behind the scenes when it comes to our finance and facilities, and her staff is just impeccable. Jeff Rederson and Terry Hormansky and everyone that's a part of that team. Tremendously grateful to Susan Maddox for all the work that she and her team have done, and equally grateful to our Vice President for Development, who's here today, Heidi McCrory. This effort, the 200 plus donors that have given this to this, there's also been a team of fundraisers behind the scenes who have been driving this forward, this project forward under Heidi's leadership. And I can't thank all the fundraisers that have done it, but I want to thank specifically Susan Maddox and Heidi and our facilities team and our finance team. But thank you very much. Heidi's in the back of the room. And for those of you that are also here, the donors, there's many of you, I see your faces, I want to thank you, but we will have a big ribbon cutting and a big party, and yes, Nate, I asked for some music, and he hooked me up with some Rolling Stones, but we're going to have a fun time when we open this building in the fall of 2025, and the shout out to Ravenel Curry, to the Timmons family, to the over 200 plus donors for their generosity that made this possible, but we will celebrate all of you when we open the building officially in the fall of 25. Two more people that I need to mention. This project has been a Greenville project. This project is something that is very important to people that live here, people that support Furman, the alumni at Furman, but two people in particular have really driven the philanthropic effort here amongst our alumni. They are donors to the project, and they are leaders in the project, and the best thing that they gave us in the whole time was credibility. Their names on this project and their willingness to put themselves out there with our donors at the highest possible level has made this happen. So I'm very graciously thanking Raymond and Carol Newsom, who are right here. Raymond, please raise your hand. And as I look at Raymond, he would be remiss if I didn't say, because the credit all goes to Carol, because Carol's really the one that gets it done. But Raymond and Carol Newsom. But I also want to thank Dave and Frances Ellison. Dave and Frances, both trustees, but the Newsoms and the Ellisons' name in Greenville has really driven this project forward because they've been a part of every fundraising solicitation that we've had and every push we've had. So Raymond and Dave and Frances and Carol, thank you very much. David, Elton, Frances in the back, please raise your hands as well. I also want to thank the inspiration for this project, and it's really cool because you're all sitting here. And everyone that got behind this project are doing this because they believe in our men's and women's basketball teams. They believe in your character. They believe in your competitiveness. They believe in your academic success. They believe in your opportunities. They want to see you do your best. And they want to see you be in a facility that represents the excellence of this building. And the excellence of this building couldn't happen without coaches that share this vision. We're really blessed that Pierre Curtis, as our women's coach, has been here for 10 years. And Bob Ritchie, our men's coach, has been here for 10 years. but specifically Bob Ritchie. Over the last 10 years, the push that he has made as a part of this program, the success that we've had, this is where those wins over Villanova. This is where those wins over Louisville. This is where that drive when we go to the NCAA tournament and beat Virginia. This building didn't happen just because that took place. This has been a drive for success, deliberate improvement now. That's what we've been demanding the whole time that we've been a part of it. But I want to celebrate and thank Bob Ritchie, Pierre Curtis, and our men's and women's basketball programs for you being the inspiration for what we've done here today. So thank you all very much. And then the last group I want to thank specifically, and they deserve it, the work that's been done on this has been a daily process over the last several years. It actually started during COVID, and we had some time where we couldn't go out and visit with folks and we could do things internally. But there's been a Timmons working group that's been working on this day in, day out, and they deserve all the credit for what you're going to see the finished product. And this is fundraising, project management, this is marketing, this is development, this is design, this is all those details that go into it. But incredibly blessed for an incredible Timmons working team, and I see most of them are here, but I want to celebrate Aaron Wissing right over here. Aaron. Drew Ingraham right here. Drew. Aaron Mays. Sue Eckstein is sick, but we'll celebrate her son Tyler. Where's Tyler at? Representing Sue. The man in the back of Ken Betch and Associates. Ken Betch, please stand up, Ken, our architect. And I haven't seen him here yet, but Terry Hormansky has been ill, and I don't know if he's here today, but has done an incredible work. But this team, guys, have done everything. So when you get to see this final product and you get to see how amazing this arena is, this group has done this all. And we couldn't do it without incredible partners who are also doing our residence halls, but we've been led by the Harper Construction. I don't know if David Wise is here or Brian Cooper is, but just a big hand for our partners at Harper Construction. Thank you very much. And finally, last but not least, we just want you to know that all of this at the end of the day is a vision, and really who we want to deliver for is our Furman fans. And we see you here today. We are grateful. The last several years, you have packed this arena. You have made this the most competitive home court advantage we could possibly have. We have seen you travel with us. We've seen you go on the road. We've seen you in Orlando. We've seen you in Asheville, and we are grateful. And the whole goal of this project is to get back to the point of having a first-class arena that you and your family are proud to have guests come and see at any point during campus, and that you can walk up and you can see this entrance and you can have the same pride that we have in Paladins Stadium when you walk up to the front of that entrance. So when you walk inside, it delivers all the expectations that you'd want to have a first-class experience supporting Furman basketball. So we're grateful to you. We're proud to do this with you, and we're also proud and excited to invite our student guests up here to speak to you. So Ben Vander Wal and Niveya Henley, we're going to have you come up and make remarks on behalf of our students. Thank you very much.
I'm thankful to be up here today and have the opportunity to speak on behalf of the men's basketball team. This reimagination and renovation of Timmons Arena is going to be a transformational moment for Furman basketball, Furman University, and the whole Greenville community. This arena demonstrates a commitment to maintaining one of the most competitive programs in mid-major basketball, and we cannot be more excited to play. As representatives of the men and women's basketball team, we understand that it is a privilege to call Timmons Arena home, and we are so appreciative to all who have contributed to this project. Thank you.
This renovation will be a game changer and very pivotal for our program and us as student athletes. And it's another example of how Furman continues to set ourselves apart from other programs and other teams in the SoCon. Every member of the Furman basketball family will be proud to call this new Timmons Arena home. So thank you all for coming. Thank you all for your support for both programs, and go Dins.
So at this time, I'm going to ask President Davis, Ben, Niveya, if you could walk forward towards the trough of dirt. And we're going to prepare for our ceremonial tossing. But what I want to remind you all as we do this, our deepest gratitude to the Timmons and Pelham families for their vision and commitment to Furman. And that nearly 30 years ago, Bill Timmons, Charlie Timmons, and Gene Pelham stood on this ground with shovels in their hand. And they had a vision of success, of camaraderie, of community, and just a great Furman. I just would ask that 30 years from now that we'll go through the same thing and we'll focus on our future success, our shared commitment to excellence, and most importantly, our love and affinity for Furman University and celebrate a brand new building. Last group we want to shout out to also, our seniors on our teams. Raise your hand, the men's and women's basketball seniors. And sometimes it's funny because we can't figure out who's seniors either. So, but if you would stand up real quick, because we know that you have 1 year here. Go ahead, stand up. We want to thank you for your sacrifice. We want to thank you for your sacrifice, your commitment to this building. We know that you don't have the opportunity to play in it when it's a brand new building, but we're going to make this commitment to you because you're building this with us. Is that one of you amongst the senior class, Pierre will choose and Bob will choose, will shoot the first basket in the arena, and we'll make sure our seniors get the first basket in this arena. So we'll figure out who that is later, and we're thankful. But we're going to have some pictures. We're going to have some different groups coming up here to celebrate, but thank you all for being here. We are tremendously grateful.